Right then, welcome to Box Breakdown. We are diving straight in because Formula One's 2026 era has kicked off, and honestly, it's been dramatic, it's been divisive. Everyone has been waiting for these new regs for years, and what we got in Melbourne, well, it's got the whole paddock talking.
So, after all that talk, all those years of development, the new cars finally hit the track in Australia. And the reaction? It was instant, and everyone is completely split. On one side, you've got people calling it awesome racing, and on the other, pure artificial chaos. That's the big question we're tackling today. Okay, so let's get into it. The Melbourne shakeup, a brand new pecking order. What on earth happened on track to cause such a massive stir? Look, the first race of new regs is always about who did their homework, right? And Melbourne, well, it gave us some very surprising answers. Let's break down the results.
And the first shocker came straight away in qualifying. I mean, just forget everything you thought you knew. That Red Bull dominance we've gotten so used to, gone. Instead, it was Mercedes and George Russell who just stormed to pole. And not by a little bit. He was a commanding 3/10 clear. What a statement. Right away, you knew the pecking order was in the bin.
And the race? Well, the race just proved it. The grid that we've known for years was completely turned on its head. George Russell takes that pole and turns it into a dominant win. And look at this, his teammate Antonelli right there with him for a massive Mercedes 1-2. Ferrari looked decent too, bagging third and fourth. But honestly, for the first time in what feels like forever, the old guard was properly shaken up.
Now, you'd think a shaken-up grid means better racing, right? Not so fast. A lot of the drivers were, well, let's just say they were not impressed with this new style of racing, and some of them had some very strong words about it.
So what did it actually feel like from inside the cockpit? Because these guys are the ones wrangling these new beasts, and their opinion is absolutely crucial to understanding what we're all seeing.
Leave it to Lando Norris to just say it how it is. His assessment, one word, chaos. And honestly, this isn't a surprise. He's been saying for a while now that he was worried the new rules were pushing F1 into a more artificial place. And it seems like, for him at least, those fears came true in Melbourne.
And you know what? It wasn't just the drivers feeling that way. This comment from a fan really hits the nail on the head. It feels like a video game with random power boosts. And the why of it all really comes down to these new energy rules. It's all about how the drivers use their electrical boost. And it's created this weird tactical game where cars suddenly have huge speed differences. It just doesn't feel natural.
Okay, but that's just one side of the coin. Because you see, not everyone thinks this unpredictability is a bad thing. In fact, for a lot of fans, this kind of crazy, chaotic racing is exactly what F1 has been crying out for.
And this really sums up the whole debate, doesn't it? In one corner, you've got artificial chaos, the argument that it feels like a video game, that it's lost that purity, and that the drivers hate it. But in the other corner, you have unpredictable fun, the idea that, hey, it's shaking up the grid, there's more action, and it's just more exciting to watch. Where do you land?
Look, for a lot of people, the fact that the old order has just been completely blown up is exactly what the sport needed. We've had years of one team dominating, and now, that's over. For now, anyway. So the big question becomes, is this kind of unpredictability the secret sauce for better entertainment?
And then you have Charles Leclerc, who came out with the perfect comparison. He said the new racing is like Mario Kart. Now think about that. Is that a criticism? Is he saying it's become a silly game? Or is it a bit of a nod to how chaotic and maybe just maybe a little bit fun it is? It really could go either way, couldn't it?
So, after one race, one absolutely thrilling, confusing, and controversial race, where do we actually stand? The truth is, the verdict is completely up in the air. I think we've got more questions now than we did before the season even started.
Okay, so let's boil it all down. What are the big takeaways? 1. Mercedes have absolutely nailed these new regs right out of the box. 2. The old pecking order? Gone. Completely shaken up. And 3. Literally no one can agree if this new chaotic style is good or bad. It's forcing everyone to ask, what even is real racing anymore? The debate is just getting started. Which really leaves us with the million-dollar question as we look at the rest of the season, doesn't it? Are the teams and drivers going to figure this out, find a balance, and things will settle down? Or is this chaotic, unpredictable Mario Kart style of racing, is this just what Formula One is now? I guess we're all going to find out together.